Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and we are here with a retro action figure review. Of course, as you can tell, we do not have any packaging or nothing of the sort today. No plastic prison for us to get through. So this one will be a fairly short one if we're going to be honest, because we can kind of just go straight into everything. So with all of that being said, we've got the Elite Series. I want to say this was 10 Ted Debiase purple variant, because there is a green variant out there for those of you who don't know. Maybe might say fuck it one of these nights and I'll pick that up too, but as far as I'm concerned, I really wanted to have the purple gear. I do love the color purple compared more to green, though the green on the tights that he wears, it is pretty nice, I'll be honest there. But with all that being said, of course, the accessories I did not get with the figure. Technically, I had them already, but these are the exact accessories that would come with this figure. You get a golden briefcase, which is pretty familiar to those of you who watch the pick fed, as that is going to be the case of Defiance for right now. So that is kind of the intriguing thing, I guess you could say there, maybe. And we also would have gotten a $1 million championship. My bad for the young there. It is around almost midnight, I think. It's like 11:30, maybe around like 11:35 to be exact. But yeah, anywho, of course, with all that being said, taking a quick gander at the attire itself, of course, it's pretty simple. You just got basic black boots, black knee pads, black wrist tape, but the tights are where the money hits, if you catch the drift, I guess. I don't know if that's anything really too much to be joking about. No diddy. But of course, anyways, we've got our boy here straight out the pen after he committed tax fraud or something of the sort. Got the nice purple tights with the golden design. You got DiBiase across the ass cheeks. I almost said across the crotch piece. Would have been funnier if that was the case. But not too much to look into as far as the attire goes, though I do love the tights. Of course, the head scan being an older one, this definitely still holds up in my opinion, though yeah, of course, the cartoonish look of certain characters is always going to be a bit iffy. But when it comes down to it, I do like the way the Ted DiBiase looks. Of course, as far as this goes, if I do end up using him for the Fed, I don't know if I will, because his boots are kind of loose. It took me a minute to get him standing back up there, as you could tell. And if I'm gonna be honest, I would want to swap smaller knee pads onto him and do all the fun shish that realistically I'm not gonna want to do. But if I wanted to make this pick fed posable, I would have to do. As you can tell, he only has single jointed arms. Maybe I take the time to make him double jointed. Who knows? I probably won't. I might do it with certain figures, but probably not this one, as this one is going for a pretty hefty penny in the aftermarket right now. All accessoried up, you're probably looking at about an easy 50 to 60 bucks. Some of these retro figures loose are going to be going for around that price with all the accessories. I was looking at a Vladimir Kozlov the other day. Don't ask me why. I just really want to get another Vladimir Kozlov for the collection. I already had owned it. Sadly, leg broke. Do not technically own the figure anymore. I think I do. Maybe it might just be in a deep dark crevice somewheres, but I don't think I do. At the end of the day, that with all the accessories was like 54 to like 59 bucks. I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't. We'll figure that out in a distant future near you. I know there's a couple of the retro figures that I want to get, and I keep saying retro, but you gotta think it's been like 10 years since Mattel's owned the license, if not 14. So it's kind of crazy to think that I've been collecting these since I was about I want to say I was like 12, maybe 13 at the time they officially got the license. I'm not exactly too sure. I just can't remember exactly what year they got the license. I just remember when I got the Elite John Cena and Rey Mysterio from the earlier waves. The one in the blue for the John Cena and the one in the purple and black long pants like the Mysterio in the crowd back there. I used to own those. But, anywho, what are my final thoughts on this figure? Since we don't really need to get them all posed up, I didn't mess around with them too much. So, my final thoughts on this figure, obviously, if you're a Ted DiBiase guy, maybe you grew up with like the early 2010-ish era of wrestling, maybe a little bit earlier than that, because I think he was maybe on WWE TV in 09, maybe a bit earlier, maybe could be like 08. If you're a big fan of that time period, I feel like this might be a pickup for you that you may want. I don't know, I can't really speak for you, but I know for me it was definitely a pickup. I loved Ted DiBiase back in the day. Whether he was heel or babyface, he always seemed pretty chill to me or whatever. Like, I don't know, I just always liked him on TV. And then you've always got that famous story Cody told, where's that referee? He was trying to fuck on me. Tremendous story. If you haven't seen that, highly recommend watching that after the review is over. We're almost done, I promise. But all around, I had to pick up a Ted DiBiase. I used to own one, but sadly I do not anymore. So I bought one again, because I have terrible financial decision making. Anywho, I would have to give this a good solid based off of the old formula. I'd say a good solid 8, honestly. Based off how they used to do things, because you didn't get interchangeable head scans, you didn't get interchangeable hands, you didn't get the double jointed arms. This was pretty solid for its time, and honestly, doing reviews like these does kind of bring back the memories of just getting some of these figures in hand. Like when I got my first Elite Curtis Axel, you wouldn't even really think much about it, but to me that was the coolest shit ever, because I found that in Toys R Us and got lucky and was sadly not able to ever find the rest of that wave, I don't think. Maybe I did, because I want to say there was a CM Punk a part of that wave that I may have had, because I did just recently find the megaphone to it. So with that being said, you might actually know what that is. But as far as the Meltzer star rating goes, what would I give him out of a 3-to-5 ratio? I'd have to say out of the 1 to Young Buck, he can get a good solid 4 out of 5. Oh, I only showed 3 there. Forgot my pinky's a little small. Got 4 out of 5 stars here for this young gentleman. I highly recommend you get him if you do want some of these older figures. Of course, maybe this may not be for you. Whatever the case may be, womp womp, I guess. Because on that note, we are going to start rolling the fuck up out of here. So if you did like the video, feel free to like the video. If you did not like the video, womp womp, I guess. But if you did like the video, feel free to check out some of my other action figure content. We've got pick fed, we've got unboxings, we've got action figure reviews such as this. Sorry, I don't know what happened there, but such as this, along with newer style figures. For an example, we've got this bad boy coming up after this, or maybe it'll happen beforehand. Either way, you'll be able to kind of estimate the time frame of when I did this. I just wanted to get this one done first, because I know the Ultimate Edition Cody is probably going to take me a bit of time to review. So, with that being said, whether I upload this one first or the Cody, keep an eye out. And anywho, with that being said, 2 more things. If you guys would like to, feel free to go follow me on Instagram, and If you guys could be ever so kind, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. And on top of that, if we can hit 250 subs before and or the day of August 13th, you'll make me a pretty fucking happy camper. I plan on having a big video out for that day, so hopefully it pleases everyone as much as I hope it will, because maybe it'll be an update on the action figure collection itself. Well, we have everything nicely displayed. Who the fuck knows, if I'm gonna be honest. But we do have a lot of figures. We have a lot of stuff on display. You know, we've just got everything scattered all around. So hopefully I'll be able to find everything and we can get it all into frame, and we can just go over how big my collection's gotten since I've done the last collection video, because I think that's what I plan to do. At least that's what I'm planning to do. It is subject to change, aka card is subject to change. Other than that though, maybe might do a big ass unboxing before I do the collection video, so then we can add all the updated figures from that unboxing into the collection. Maybe they'll be the first in the video. I don't know. Anywho, with that being said, we're gonna sign out of here. So have a good rest of your night, day, evening, morning, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I don't know what time you are watching this and or what time zone you are in. So have fun with that, I guess. And we are out of here. So deuces, ooses, yeet.